Hey Mo, we need to get an intro down for this channel, you know.
Yeah, but what are you thinking, Lee?
Why don't I rap over the top of it?
Don't be ridiculous. You sound like a northern Eminem.
Look, listen to me. Yo, yo, yo. The Munch Brunch in the house, man.
Absolutely not.
Right, what you got in mind?
Let's just keep it simple.
I'm Lee.
I'm Aim.
We're the Munch Brunch.
Hi everyone and welcome back to another mukbang with Aim and Lee. Lee's hair is groomy. On point today, Leon.
I had that on before, and then I took it off.
Hey, I might nick Lee's hat. It suits me.
Oh, sorry, I was brushy.
Okay then. Well,
Nicky Clark, eat your heart out.
okay, so today, what do we have on the menu, Leon? Bit of a different mix.
Well, following in the suit of earlier on where it was like a healthy breakfast, we're now having a healthy dinner where I have char-grilled, marinated chicken fillet burgers.
So inside there we have
bit of ketchup,
chicken and some
salad, lettuce and cucumber on wholemeal cobs with some sweet potato chips back here. There's quite a few back here hidden away.
Added paprika, didn't you, to them?
Yeah, I always have paprika on my sweet potato chips. What you got?
So I've made myself a stir fry. Includes peppers, onions. Here's my chicken that Lee's got his in there. Broccoli, cauliflower, roasted, water chestnuts and bamboo shoots with noodles and my own little sauce.
Back. You didn't even know we went, but that's the beauty of...
Pressing pause.
And the beauty of movies. We're making a movie. Anyway.
And also, I've got some giant lettuce leaves.
Oh, sugar.
To make, like, lace cups.
Are we diddling? It is Friday. You're going to watch this probably on Sunday because we've already uploaded a video today. Hope everyone's well. Are you well?
I am. This is really, really nice.
Let's get stuck into these. I was going to stick some sweet potato chips inside the burgers. I thought I was taking it too far.
Yeah, but we've already got a little thing that I showed you last night. What we're going to try, aren't we?
I don't remember. I was half asleep for a while ago.
So, today is Friday. Lee just had a moan at me because I've got a cough, and don't lie.
You just had a moan at me about my hair.
You was the one saying about your hair, but I'm sorry if I cough in this video. It's like, I'm going to cut it out. At the end of the day, I'm so sorry. But I was saying beforehand anyway. So you've seen our video today that Lee put out. All I'm saying is, I want to know what costumes you wore for Halloween.
We're not doing Halloween in this house this year because...
We did last year, didn't we?
Yeah, last year we made a big effort on the channel. As a lot of you seen, we went live with face paint like crap on. We did a video...
Outfits,
the whole lot. The whole shebang. This year, how are you doing it? I'm going on strike. No Halloween, no Christmas, no Easter. Well, I've already missed that one, haven't I? But
you didn't cut out Easter.
I never had out for Easter. I don't get Easter eggs anymore.
My dad buys us Easter eggs.
You should buy me an Easter egg. You're the missus. My mum always bought me dad an Easter egg.
Did you buy me one? No.
Yeah.
My dad bought us Easter eggs.
Oh well. Did you get an Easter egg at Easter this year?
Anyway, what costumes did you wear? What costumes did your kids wear?
Well, when is it?
Halloween.
Yeah.
Well, Sunday, but it's like this weekend type of thing.
What costume are you wearing today then? Because this is going up on Sunday. So let us know if you've done out for Halloween.
Or did you have a party? We went all out last year with our face paint and everything, did we? That is actually on our channel. That video, isn't it?
Somewhere.
A year ago, actually, today. A year ago, that's when it'll be. I love sweet potato fries and I didn't know. You know what I get confused with these?
No.
Butternut squash.
Yeah, that is not butternut squash. That's a sweet potato fry with paprika.
This was something that wasn't around for us when we was kids.
Well, I invented this, that's why. I invented sweet potato paprika. I'd never had it before. Therefore, I must have invented it because I was one who thought of doing it.
Like, you know, when we was young, my mum never made them.
No,
I never even had sweet potato like a jacket potato.
Well, you got me into sweet potato, and I was like, oh, that's amazing, and I've never looked back since, apart from when I have chips in a fryer, which are also amazing.
Do you prefer homemade chips or oven chips or
homemade chips every day of the week, because I make really big
Lee
homemade
makes
chips.
giant chips.
You can only have homemade chips if they're massive. It's boring if you're doing small. My gran used to do small, so they were good. Anyway, boring buddy conversation.
our neighbours came round before, didn't they, and said that they're going to do some fireworks. And you know what I actually rated about them? Like, they come and warned us for the dogs, didn't they? I think that's a really good idea if you've got neighbours with dogs. Just go and give them a knock and say, we're doing some fireworks, and it just gives you the opportunity to put your dogs somewhere where they can't hear.
Talk about dogs. I did want to talk about dogs, actually. I seen this thing the other day, and it made me that nervous, like walking my dogs. I got up this morning, I get up anyway at 6. But I took my dogs out for a walk, our dogs, at 6:10. Normally you're walking during the day or at night, but I seen this documentary outside, I don't know, it's BBC 3 or somewhere or other. And this lady I met these knobheads. I can call them knobheads because they are. And there was like these masked blokes, and they like put a computer thing over their voice, like, hello,
Disgrace.
my name is Bob, that sort of thing. And they was basically saying, look, we used to do drugs or sell drugs. Now we don't sell drugs. Now we sell dogs.
Yeah, because dogs are making more money than drugs. Apparently so.
Well, it's less risk, they were saying. Yeah, the police don't really go looking for them if they've got a dog as opposed to selling drugs.
Oh, it's just horrible.
So
They know exactly where you are, what dog you've got, everything, don't they?
they said, like, even if you're in the park with your dog, and like people let the dogs off the lead, I never let mine off.
His mum was awful for that. Anywhere she could take the dog off, she took the dog off, even if it was our dogs, wasn't it?
But anyone stupid enough to nick my mum's dog would soon give it back. Cassie didn't stop barking all the time. 24/7 she was off her lead.
Yeah, and she used to run in houses and jump on the back of the people's settees.
Yeah, she was an excitable dog. But this lad out bloke said, look, we can get your dog wherever you are. If you're in the park and distracted, we can get your dog off you. Pedigree dogs and whatnot. We can get into your house, we'll stake your house out and break in and take your dog. There's nothing that can stop us. Oh, what the frig? It really pissed me off to the point where if one of them came in our house, then they better look forward to leaving without the kneecaps, because I won't care.
Oh yeah, I don't care. Our dogs are like our family, aren't they? Well, they are.
After the break-in we had about 2 months back.
Makes you feel awkward,
with a shed and whatnot. But I don't mind taking our property. If that happens, it happens. But leave the dogs. You imagine like, getting back or waking up in the morning, your dog's gone. If your dog passes away, that's terrible. It's horrible. It lives with you for a long, long time. You always have sad memories. But to know your dog's out there, but not know how it's been if it's been looked after, who the hell's got it, what they're doing to it, I'd bloody lose my shit if that happened.
I think me and Lee would both be extremely upset.
I couldn't take that.
Not only that, it's like some people, their animals are their life. Like we used to know this person in our family, and their husband passed away, and they got a dog, and that was like their companion. Oh. You know, when somebody dies, like, not our family, my auntie's friend, she basically, so he passed away anyway. It was the lady, sorry. She got a dog, and it was a mean to get up. Like your mum went through a hard time, didn't she? Cassie was their dog. And they give you a reason to get up in the morning. You have to take them for walks, feed them, that you are responsible for them like a child. You wouldn't go and kidnap a child. I mean, people do, but...
Well, I had to say it to him. My dad and me mum split up and choosing a state as you if you lose your partner, like, if they leave you or whatever. And I had to say to look, the dog, Cassie, because I had to go back to work after a few days. So, look, Cassie needs you, Mum. You need to get up and walk the dog.
That was probably the best thing you could have said to your
mum.
mum.
I know, it sounded stupid to say it at the time, but she did. Every day she'd get up and go and walk the dog, and he'd give her a reason to get up because she was just in the right state for a couple of months. And yeah, she broke her out when she lost her. But to know that these people go around stealing dogs to breed them and whatnot, and to sell them on if they'll come in and take litters of puppies, which also must be worrying for anyone who has litters of puppies. Like, do you let people in your house to view them? Would you want to take that chance? You don't know who the hell you're letting in, if they're staking out your property or whatever.
Talking on that subject of relationships and stuff, have you, if you feel comfortable telling us in the comments, ever had a good or bad breakup? Like, when I say a good breakup, have you ever broke up with someone and stayed amicable? I've always had, I want to say, mediocre breakups, a couple of more bad ones than good, but wouldn't it be great if you could just break up and just be, we've had a really good relationship, it's just not working out. It's a shame, isn't it, that 90% of breakups kind of end awkwardly. Unless you just say, come on now, we're not working out, we'll stay friends, but...
No, it's a shame. Like, some people can take it easy, like you say. Some people get a bit possessive, like, you can't be with anyone else. And we watched 24 Hours in Police Custody the other day. And there was a man. He had a son with his wife, his missus, whatever, wife, girlfriend. They split up. He still kept seeing the son. He was seeing like a decent bloke. And he went round one day. He kept having a bit of a whinge at a new fella. And he really wanted his ex back. He didn't like the thought of her being with somebody else. Then they got into an argument, him and the bloke did, a new bloke. And the dad ended up being stabbed like 15, 20 times. He was dying in the middle of the street.
And that's all over like relationships, isn't it? Like,
yeah.
I mean, it just scares me that people can do something in a heartbeat over a relationship. I'll tell you what is the biggest killer in relationships is jealousy. Jealousy. My mum's always said the green-eyed monster is the one thing that can break up any relationship. And like, you know, have you ever, answer in the comments if you will, give us an insight into your life. Tell us about your good breakup and bad breakup. Only if you feel comfortable though, because I know it's a sore subject for some people. But I'd love to hear about it.
I had a good breakup one time. I say breakup, so...
Ooh.
I went to meet a lass. When I was a young lad, well, I was like 15, 16. I met her. It was like through a mate. He said, oh, go meet this lass, you know. I said, alright then, whatever. Went and met this lass. Seen her. And then I didn't really like the look of the girl. Not my cup of tea. So I pretended my phone was ringing. I think it was actually ringing at the time. I pretended I was having a conversation and somebody in my family was took ill. And I had to run back home. And then that was how I sort of broke it up on the... Like, I didn't want her thinking we were something serious, just got to go back and met her. She was like the kind of girl who might take it dead serious. Oh, he's met me!
But didn't you meet her in Preston?
No.
Oh, was this in Lancaster?
This was a girl, yeah. Yeah, it wasn't my... up for my, idea of...
This isn't the first time now. You ran off in Preston.
Yeah, I ran off a couple of times from funny-looking people. Not being horrible. I was sent on a couple of blind... I sort of ran back from Preston. That's a long bloody run, that is, actually. I jumped on the train back from Preston. But the worst part was, she's like, I'll take you to the train station. I was like, oh, for fuck's sake. So I sat there at the train station.
You meanie.
Just wanted to get on the train to make it easier on both of us. And she's like, oh, call me when you get home. I was like, yeah. I think I got on the train as the door shut. I've lost your number. Like the door shutting. That was it. I was gone. Like a rocket.
So, and another one. What about your blind dates? Have you had any really awkward blind dates? I'd love to hear about that.
Yeah.
Because there are some awkward situations. You know, you've got a friend and they're like, there's this guy that I know, and I have been in this situation once before. Did any of you used to watch Big Brother? There was a guy in it called Anthony many, many years ago. And this guy I was set up with looked a spitting image of this lad called Anthony. But the problem was, this guy, he was obsessive. Like, obsessive. On the first night we met, he was like, do you want to come and meet my parents next week? Would you like to, go on holiday, this type of thing? It was intense. He was ready to...
Meet your parents.
It was more intense than that.
I couldn't be asked if somebody said that. Or if I met Aim and said, I need to meet your parents, I'd say, why? What do you want? If anything you want to ask them, you can ask me instead. I'll be honest with you. Do his feet smell? I'll tell you. Does he snore? I'll tell you that. Does he... Anything else you want to know? I'll tell you all. You don't have to speak to mum and dad. Luckily, Aim is really good friends with my parents. Because they get on really well.
Me and his mum get on more than him and his mum.
Yeah. When my mum's down, like last weekend, I was sitting here, or that's my seat there. I just leave to talk. I just sat there for like 4 hours. You two just chat. I'll watch the football. Suits me.
It suits us, like me and your mum.
Yeah, you like to have a good old whinge about me.
Me and his mum are more like friends as well.
Well, I'd hope so.
No, but you can get their in-laws and you don't get on. Me and your mum are really close, aren't we?
I'll tell you who's got a lot to fucking answer for. Well, two lots of people at the minute. The Smiths. Not the band, the Smiths. No. Will Smith. His missus. His kids. And then idiots who keep gluing their face to the concrete. We'll get into that one in a sec.
Oh, for God's sake.
So the Smiths. So not only have their daughter, that Willow, I didn't know it was even her till Aim told me. Her song is stuck in my head 24/7. Have you met her? Been for a cuppa?
I watch Red Table Talks, that's brilliant, nice.
It's non-stop. Every time I got a second to myself, I keep singing, meet me at the Vibe. That one. You know what I'm on about. It's absolute waffle, but it's just stuck in my head all the bloody time.
Yeah, but it's because you obsess on TikTok then.
No, it ain't. It's because every time you're on TikTok, it just pops up. And also, it's just one of them songs. But right now, I'm already singing it in my head. I don't want to. It's stuck there. Then you got Will Smith, the remaking Fresh Prince of Bel-Air.
That's not his fault.
They're remaking it without him in it. What's that all about? Do you know people who grew up on Fresh Prince of Bel-Air?
Yeah, but he can hardly play a young lad now.
No, he could play Will's uncle. He could play Uncle Will. And then they could be like young kid Will. He could teach him the ways. And then you got his missus telling everyone it's fine to like have an open relationship. And probably, I reckon that's wrecked a load of marriages in the last like year. Jade, I'm going to cry. Yeah, it's all right. I've got a young lad living with me, and he's my best friend. And Will's all right with it. There'll be like blokes everywhere. Do you want a young friend? I'll go and watch the football down the pub with my mates. You can have me and mate John round.
That's personal preference, though.
Fine.
Open relationships.
Yeah, apparently he said he wanted to. He didn't like her anymore.
Well, whatever their circumstances, like some people believe that it improves their relationship because then there's no cheating or no deception.
It sounds like a lot of bloody effort to me, though. I mean, Christ, I'm going to sit and have 2 meals a day.
No!
Yeah, because I couldn't I'd come back on a Wednesday, have dinner with you, and on a Wednesday evening have another dinner. Or Wednesday night with you, Thursday night with whoever, Dorothy.
Why do you always say these sort of names?
Because if I work with you, I'd be with somebody like Dot Cotton. At least she gets your clothes clean. She has a laundrette.
No, but a lot of people do. Like, is it the Amish who have several wives?
I don't know.
Don't quote me on it, but I'm sure they do.
Somebody likes to have a lot of wives. A lot of people do.
You know, and it's actually illegal, isn't it? Here? But the thing is it that wrong?
I don't think.
Like, is it wrong to have multiple partners if you are okay with each other doing that or not? As long as you're all happy.
Oh.
I think as long as you're happy, then it's nobody else's business.
Yeah, I can see why I'd definitely upset a few people.
Yeah.
I mean,
You couldn't go into it. Well, oh, by the way, Lee, tonight I'm seeing Matthew from down the road there, and then tomorrow I'm seeing Fred. You have to be in agreement.
well, it's unfair on your parents, really, ain't it? And the rest of the family, because your mum and dad have to buy multiple presents at Christmas. We got 5 wives. That's 5 presents. That's 5 wedding hats. 5 suits.
Why
That's
don't you
a lot
all
of
tell
money.
them to get into the room at Christmas and just share one tin of Quality Street?
Mm-hmm.
Or send,
One
like
Quality
Nessa
Street.
did, 1 Quality Street each.
I did think I'd do that this year, you know. We have about 7 friends. 7 chocolates. That'll do. We'll eat the rest. Sounds like it. But they're not having the teasers. No one gets the teasers at the celebrations apart from...
My
the best.
favourite are the green triangles.
But they're not in celebrations, so they don't count.
No, they're not.
No, they're in Quality Street.
I thought you said Quality Street.
No.
So, would you be okay with it?
An open relationship. I'd rather stick my face to the floor. Like them idiots. We'll talk about them, but insulate Britain, people. No, I wouldn't want to be in an
You
open
really
relationship.
wouldn't, would you?
No, I really wouldn't, Aim.
If I said to you tonight,
Valentine's
you've
Day.
got a green pass.
A green pass? Why is it going to be green?
Well, that's colour of
Green
go,
light.
isn't it?
Red light.
You know, you got a pass. You know,
I know, drop that. Just leave it.
I'll rescue it for you.
I bet you will. Can you pick up my chicken?
There you go.
Thank you. No, I wouldn't, Aim. If you said to me, Lee, look, you can go out with Beverly tonight, I'd be like, do I have to? I just want to sit down now. I mean, you know me more than anyone in the world, Aim. I like to just chill. Weekend, time to relax. A few beers, watch a crap film, catch up on EastEnders. I'm easy. I'm comfortable with that. I don't go out with the lads. Sometimes, like Ryan, a while back, invited me round for a lads' night. I wasn't very well. So next time you have one, I'll come round. But it's not very often. And that suits me, because I'm comfortable in my own environment. I don't really go around some stranger's house who could be a bloody nutter or a sock fetishist. And just steals me socks, and I come home, you're like, Lee, where's all your socks gone? Oh, bloody... whatever her name is. She kept them all. Now the other one, Jennifer, she kept all my socks.
Modern name.
You know, I've got no socks left, Dame. It cost you a fortune buying me new socks, and every time I got on the open relationship,
I'm just going to say this. I really would love a normal answer just once in a while.
I really don't want an open relationship, Payne. It's not something that suits me. If that's what you want, you should say it when we meet on the application form. Lee, I'd like an open relationship in a few years because...
I don't want one, I'm asking. What?
It's a lot of hassle. I mean, you got to have extra showers. You got to buy extra Johnnies. Sod all that.
Don't be crude, like,
well, you're going to have to, ain't you, if you're getting on with multiple people.
You could just enjoy company, read a book together.
I'd never read a book with anyone in my life, right? Apart from a school teacher when I was a kid.
So what I was saying to you was, what if you grew up... what if it was your mum and dad? How would you feel if your mum or your dad was like, I want an open relationship, and you felt the way you did now? What would you say?
Hey?
If your mum and dad, when you was younger, like, okay, son, you're old enough to know now. Me and your mum are...
putting it about.
In this club.
Yeah. But, is it one with swings?
Yeah.
Ah, right, okay.
Would you feel comfortable going to school knowing that they could find out?
That would be a normal... In your head, you'd think that was normal, wouldn't you? Because you're used to it, because you brought up in that environment. That is different. It's like these communes where the kids are brought up and stuff. And then, like, they're used to the parents just swapping. And, like, having new parents each night because some bloke's got it on with a woman down the street, whatever. And to them, it's normal now. Like, when they get out into the open world or the real world, where, like...
Would you be like, oh my God, like, my mum and dad have been...
No, I'd probably not respect. If I was used to it, I'd be like, well, why are you just sticking to one person when you could have 50 people? But at the same time, as somebody who's never been brought up in that environment, I'm much happier just me and you. A can of beer, a bottle of wine, EastEnders, bish bash bosh. Bob's your uncle, or your father-in-law.
Fanny's your aunt.
Aunt Fanny, yeah. And there you go. No hassle. You don't have to wait.
Lee, would you be single if you would have the chance?
I'm knackered just thinking about it. Like, you meet always somebody new. And this is that I even got on a date. I said this to my mum the other day. She said to me, if you and I split up ever in the future, would you get with somebody else? Don't be soft. So what do you mean? I says, it's took me 15 years to get to know him, and I still don't really know her now. After 15 years, there's still stuff I don't know. I don't want to go through that again. That's effort. And then, like, finding out what programs they like to watch. What conditioner they use on the hair. You know, if they shave the toes.
Yeah, because you take mine all the bloody time.
You know, do they wash their feet regularly? Are they smelly buggers? I don't want to find all that
that is something that scares me, is that people...
Well, you're good, Anne, because you got all the features of you I like in a woman. I wouldn't want to get with someone... I mean, if you are one of these ladies, fair play to you. There are some out there
What are
who
you
are.
going to say now?
I'm not into them.
What are you going to say?
Women with hairy feet.
Oh.
Some women have hairy feet. Some women don't like to shave their arms. Like, and I'm girl power with you. But I do not want to bring a woman home who looks like a Yeti. It's not going to happen. Like, let some other bloke have that lady, and I'll stick with Amy and make sure she has a shave at least once a week.
But some people like natural hair, Lee.
Some people don't believe in having a wash on. Don't mean it's right.
God.
Well, it's true. Some people believe in natural smells.
No, but sometimes that as well is to do with religion, the hair thing.
Yeah, so I once knew a girl anyway, and she had like a, you know, she didn't wax her top lip basically. And it was obvious it was there, But I made the mistake. I wasn't seeing her at the time. My mate was seeing her, and he split up with her. And I'd seen her from a distance. I was like 17 in college, and her name was something or other. I think her name was Rachel. And I'd only seen her like at a distance, and he was like going out with her.
Oh my God.
And then they split up, and then I was like,
I know what's coming. I don't know what you're going to say, but I know it's going to be horrible.
I thought she was a nice lass, like looked really pretty and whatever. So I said to my mate, "Oh, well, you know, whatever," because he'd split up with her.
Get on with it.
He split up with her, so I met her one day, whatever, with him, like they were still mates, and he was going out with her mate, and we all went up the town for a drink in a Wetherspoons or whatever. It was in the daytime. Then we watched the football in the afternoon. No happened or anything like that. And then I just texted her a few days later. It was around Christmas time when I was like 17 or whatever age. I said, "Do you want to go meet up in the town and do some Christmas shopping or something or other?" Because I was leaving work. I had to pass through the town.
You go Christmas shopping?
I love Christmas shopping.
What's more funny?
I love Christmas shopping. What are you on about?
Go on.
Anyways, I met out with her in daylight at a pub lighting. And I noticed, okay. Now, I could never grow a beard or a tash. It was ginger.
Oh, no.
So she had dark hair, and it was very obvious that there was a shadow there, or whatever you want to call it. A hairy tash, basically. Just a tash. And I couldn't say out to her. I just stopped talking to her after that. And then...
You are joking.
I couldn't kiss a woman who has a tash, But I don't think she liked me anyway. We weren't like getting anywhere. We were just sort of talking and texting and whatnot. I think she still liked my mate. But then I said to him after, I said, "You did notice that, didn't you?" Because he was now with her mate. He's like, "Yeah." I was like, "What the hell are you playing at?" He said, I didn't want to tell her.
Well, good for your friend. Wasn't him, was he?
Who? No, it was my other mate who I went to school and college with.
Honestly.
You've offended enough people, yeah?
Well, I haven't said anything. I was actually worried to death what you was going to say.
Knobheads. What are them Inside Britain people like? Have you seen it yet?
I know who you're on about. I'm just in shock.
They've gone from sticking their hands to the concrete. The old man, the main one, he's in his 60s, I think. He's a doctor. And he's there. He's the one who's all over the TV. He's the one who's always been dragged off across the road. He must have really bad scratches on the back of his legs. And I bet he's got a few spare pairs of jeans in his bag. He's always been dragged off to the pavement. And then he runs back as quick as he can. Yesterday, there was a video of him, and the man said to him, "Are you all right down there, sir?" So I always said, "You need to be careful doing that." So I said, "Well, you'll know if I need a doctor if you start seeing blood." He stuck the side of his face to the road. Now, if I need to get past, that's still not stopping me. I'll still drag him off. I reckon some people will do. They'll still drag him away.
Did you see the one? This guy was on the floor. He got his bagpipes.
I think that. But the police took him away. But don't take the rest of them away. Just take the one who's playing the bagpipes away. What's that all about?
Are you joking?
No, they escorted him off to...
The thing is, though, if this guy's a doctor and he's sticking his face to the floor with super glue, isn't there some sort of health and safety with the super glue?
I'd be more worried about these patients. They're taking advice from this man.
Yeah.
And then he's super gluing his fucking face to the concrete.
But at some point, his face is going to have to come off the road.
At some point, it's going to be Scarface time. That's what it's going to be.
Oh, my God.
He's going to look a mess.
He's taking it too far.
And then another bloke come along, and he was there, like, he inked them. He like, squirted them all with ink. So they're all just sitting there, handcuffed to each other, whatever they're doing, with blue faces.
They look like Smurfs.
They did. You've not seen it? Oh, I'll show you. They look like the Smurfs.
Guys, I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm not against certain things and stuff. We all need to play our part, but don't you think this is taking it a bit too far?
I reckon so. These are the idiots that have gone out their way. There's a lady over there on the news. Go on, what was you going to say?
I just can't believe you actually.
What have I done now?
Tell people.
What have I done now?
Like, I had a blind date. I ran off from this girl, basically let her walk me to the train.
She might be watching now if you are, love. I don't know your name, but hello.
Put with this. Not in a million. And then you meet this girl who you're half sure about, looking at her from the distance with the binoculars. You get up close and you're like, you got a tash, love. I don't think so.
Yeah, but I was 17, and 16, You're allowed to make silly mistakes at that age. Obviously, now, I wouldn't necessarily tell the girl she had a tash. That's what I do now. If I went on a blind date with a woman, not a girl, a woman, she had a bit of a tash or a bit of a hairy top lip, I wouldn't tell her. I wouldn't say, love, look, you got a hairy top lip, I can't kiss you. What I'd do is I'd strategically leave clues around the place. So I'd invite her back to my house if I had a house.
The new Mach 3 Turbo!
Yeah, exactly. I'd say, love, I've not had a chance to have a shave yet. Is it a bit obvious?
Got some lettuce.
I've got a load already. And then I might like leave a razor next to the sink or next to her toothbrush. And then eventually I'd start buying the razors.
Hang on a minute now, Lee. Let's just... So you would kiss her then, because if you got to the point where the toothbrush is in the house...
No. That'd be the first night. I'd say, love, you're probably going to need to brush your teeth. So there's a toothbrush upstairs. I picked it up for you.
Oh, there's a razor as well if you need one.
Exactly.
You wouldn't know, would you?
I would not. I would have to make an excuse. I'm sorry. Like, no. No, it ain't happening. Be like kissing my dad when he had a tash in the 80s. My dad had her own full bushy tashes. Oh my God.
These are so good. Honestly, major protein, obviously, but wrapping them up in... Do you want to have a try? Cause
do you want to try this?
No. Come on now. You have a try of mine.
Oh, yours is just... I've got the same bloody thing.
No, but just...
Chicken and lettuce.
No, come on. It's a nice crunch.
Go on.
No, I don't want any bread.
So they had one of these women on there from Insulate Britain on the TV, on the news the other day, and said, look, love, what if it was your mother was having a heart attack in the back of the car? What would you do?
Who would I do, mate?
She turned, no, it was her. They asked her mum, what would she do if her mum was having a heart attack? She said, you don't understand. In 10 years, we're going to be living in a -2 solar planet. We're doing it for our children. He said, so what would you do? It was Richard, off Richard and Judy.
Yeah.
And she was like, you're being very patronising, Richard. And he's like, no, I'm not. I'm not being patronising at all. That really dippy voice he's got. And he's like, look, if Judy was having a heart attack, I would run you over and get her to the hospital. What would you do, love?
You know, you should have said, well, not you, but what if it was something wrong with your child then?
That's what I'm saying now. She'd be prepared to let her loved ones die for this bloody Insulate Britain crap.
If you don't know what's going on across the pond, explain me. What Insulate Britain is, and what are these people doing?
Go on.
About the environment, isn't it?
Yeah.
Less, you know.
Global warming. Right waffle. It's just bloody stupidness by now. No one, anyone who's got the time to super glue the face of the road has too much time on their hands, in my opinion. If he's a doctor, get back to being doctoring. Go back and help somebody.
So if you're coming from abroad and you're going down the M25, you notice people stuck to the road, you know why now.
But the thing is, we knock. I mean, I bet some of these idiots who are doing this are the ones who said, oh my God, there's so many immigrants coming in on the back of McDonald's wagons from France and that stuff. I'd rather have the immigrants sneaking in through the borders and that stuff and making society, doing the good for society, like through work or whatever, than some knobhead who used to be my doctor. All right there, Dr. Bridges, whatever you call. Why you stuck your face to the floor? I used to listen to you. I used to ask you about my eczema under my arms and about my missus and a hairy tash. And now look at you. You're glued to the floor. All them years of uni just to stick his head to the concrete.
Second it a bit far. I mean, that is something quite bad if you've got to rely on your doctor. Sorry, he's not in today. Where is he? He's stuck to the motorway.
At least get to see him.
Or instead of making an appointment, just drive up the road.
He ain't going anywhere, is he?
No, that's the point.
Take us away home.
What?
I think we're done. Let's just wrap it up now. These burgers are going on for fucking ever.
Oh, I mean, these are really good.
Hey, you just spat somebody noodles on my arm.
I haven't, because I haven't touched them in the past 10 minutes. That's not noodle, that's... What is it, Lee?
I don't know. Bit
Oh, dude, it's wholemeal bread.
Yeah, my fault. My bad. Well, guys, hope you enjoyed the video.
Yeah. Let us know in the comments the question. Breakup. And if you have, tell us a story. What's your blind dates been like?
Have you ever been a swinger? Or of your parents.
Or, yeah, any mad stories and that subject.
Have you ever met Dot Cotton? Or the woman who plays her? Have you ever super glued your face to the floor? There's lots of questions.
I was being serious.
I am. Have you ever been with someone who's got something not wrong with them, but like something you don't like?
I'm sorry, you can't ask that.
I can. Not wrong, not as in like, like as in hairy tash if it's a lady.
But that's not necessarily
like a
wrong.
bloke, you might be a woman and you'll get in with a bloke and he's got really bad like breath or don't brush his teeth more than once a month.
Well, then why would you get with that person?
Because you might think, God, he's got a great personality. If only he knew what Colgate was. But have you ever been in that situation where you want to tell him without offending him? Just use Lee's ways. Just stick a little razor next to the toothbrush. Or toothbrush next to his razor if you don't brush his teeth.
But this is not true. You would not even entertain that.
Aim, if it was you, I'd say, Aim, you need to have a shave, love. But I never need to say it. So if it was another stranger, why would it be any different? I'd want it to be at the same level I mean you're already at.
Because that's after 15 years of being together. You can't just go out with them a second date and go, here, I've bought you a bloody razor.
I wouldn't. I ain't got 15 years left in my life. I might die in 5. I want to get straight from the level we're at now to walk into another relationship and be at the same level.
That ain't never going to happen.
No, but if it did, I'd say, all right, love, we've been together 15 years. Well, I met you 2 days ago. Yeah, let's pretend it's been 15 years. And let's
Actually, I want to ask you this question before we go.
All right,
Let's say we split up and you're thinking, yeah, I do want to get with something else and blah, blah, blah.
Hang on, with something else.
With someone else, sorry.
I want to get with a tortoise. A tortoise.
With somebody else.
Go on.
You do know you can't act like this.
Probably.
Exactly, you can't. You do know you can't just. You've got to have a little bit.
Well, they do know they can't get with me then, don't they?
I really mean this, Lee.
Well, they need to know they can't get with me then, because I do not want to change.
You got to be a little bit like the way you are with me off camera. Don't even deny it. It's all lovey-dovey, you know. This isn't all there. You're always like, oh, I'm
No, if I got someone who's like really cold, I don't mean like they need the heating on all the time. Yeah, actually, if you need the heating on, we're not getting together.
Oh, God, I'm being serious.
I am, but if I got somebody really cold, it's like, oh, stay away. Don't come near me. I won't want to get with him, because I'd want somebody who wants attention like you do.
It's not because I want attention, it's because it's just affection.
Love, I want to show someone love.
Affection, not attention.
But if they were the best looking person in the world and they said, look, like, it's like August or September, I want to bang the heating on full. I'm like, love, I'm out of here.
I swear to God, that ain't a lie.
I'd be off like a rocket. I mean, see you later, love. Good luck getting another bloke.
And if he was like, she was like, I want the heating on all the time. And by the way, I'm going shopping tomorrow. I'm going to spend all your money and I'm going to do this, that, and the other.
I won't be there, Aim. I'll be running back to you. Aim, can we get back together, please?
Do you know what?
I mean, we'd have to get back together for the channel anyway.
Well, it was mine to begin with.
Our partners would have to put up with the fact that me and you spend an hour together.
You'd have to leave it.
I can't leave the channel. Who else would talk about women having tashes?
Could you imagine if we'd split up? And this is like a proper partnership in this YouTube thing. And we was like, right, well, we can't divide it because we are a team. We'd have to just be like facing different ways, sort of.
We'd have to take out an injunction.
So you put your hand up. So we'd have to not look at each other.
Yeah. Anyway, enough of this. That would be weird.
Bring your partner. Instead of just have a bit.
I just had a glass of Coke. Sorry, guys.
So instead of like bring your toy day at school, it's bring your new partner to the channel day.
Or for you, it might be bring your toy boy.
Well, what are you getting then?
What am I getting? I'm getting a woman. A woman of the world.
Like
I want an 80-odd-year-old lady who's got a lot of money and doesn't require anything other than maybe a bunion sorted out once a month. And then I can just palm her off to the carers and pick up a nice big wedge at the end.
Do you know, I bet I'd love you guys to know what he's really like, you know. Because this is him sarcastic with everybody and when we're with our friends or whatever.
Ooh,
but I would love you to just have 10 minutes of him when he's been completely him. Because this is a different side of Lee that is not... I couldn't sit with this or like with me if I was in a mood all the time. If you were just constantly bullshitting... I could go.
Come on, I know.
Oh, bloody hell, boy.
Love. Yeah, I'll drop a bit more chicken.
No, I don't.
All right, and say goodbye, Amo.
Goodbye, Amo.
Goodbye, Amo. Bye, everyone.